Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
It feels like every single year we see the same argument come up. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? And I just kind of was thinking, why do we only ask that question of Die Hard? And so today I want to take a look at 100 Christmas movies. The criteria for this is really going to come down to, does it feel like a Christmas movie? And we're going to start off with It's a Wonderful Life. If this movie is not a Christmas movie, Christmas movies do not exist. Definitely 100% Christmas. The same is going to go for Miracle on 34th Street from 1947 and Miracle on 34th Street from 1994. Holiday Inn, because it gave us the song White Christmas, is going to be, a Christmas movie in my book, as is the movie White Christmas, because, hey, it's got Christmas in the title. Though that's not going to be a sure thing for some movies down the line, I think. Meet Me in St. Louis, though it has given us the very famous song Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, is not going to end up being a Christmas movie in my eyes. Christmas in Connecticut, though, yeah, we'll give that one a Christmas movie thumbs up. Babes in Toyland is going to, again, get Christmas approval, as is Gremlins. But Gremlins 2, the new batch, for me, is not going to be a Christmas movie. Mostly because it has nothing to do with Christmas. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is like a classic. And so for me, absolutely Christmas. Ernest Saves Christmas, not only probably the second best Ernest movie, but, a pretty good Christmas movie as well. Jingle All The Way is going to get the Christmas seal of approval and be the best Christmas movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. And Elf is going to be a really easy one to call a Christmas movie as well. So is Fred Claus and Christmas with the Kranks, even though Christmas with the Kranks would probably rather not be a Christmas movie. Four Christmases, a realistic kind of Christmas movie in some ways, I guess. And A Christmas Story, though not just about Christmas, kind of just about being a kid and everything in general, is definitely a Christmas movie. Santa Claus the Movie, Christmas movie. Deck the Halls, Christmas movie. Jack Frost, the one where Michael Keaton is the snowman, I'm going to give that one a Christmas movie. And A Boy Called Christmas, that just came out this year, we're going to give that one a Christmas movie as well. Let's move on to some animated Christmas classics, with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer getting our Christmas go-ahead. Santa Claus is Coming to Town is going to be a Christmas movie. The Year Without a Santa Claus, again, a Christmas movie. Frosty the Snowman, I'm going to say not a Christmas movie. Santa Claus does show up and save the day at the end, but that movie is not about Christmas. That movie is about a snowman. The Little Drummer Boy, that's a Christmas movie for sure, as is Nestor the Long-Eared Donkey, but not all of these Rankin Bass animated movies are going to get that Christmas go-ahead. Rudolph's Shiny New Year, you just look at the title, that one's not a Christmas movie. Jack Frost, though it's cold and wintry, no, I don't think that's Christmas. And then Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July, it's a bit of a gray area because it's got Christmas in the title, but the fact that it's in July means I think it's just Christmas in name only. And so I'm going to say no go on that one. A Charlie Brown Christmas is, again, one of those that, you can't really argue. It's a Christmas movie. Along with The Polar Express, Arthur Christmas, The Star, and Klaus. Those are all very clearly Christmas movies. Now, The Nightmare Before Christmas, it gets its own argument. Halloween versus Christmas movie. And on this list, I figure, hey, why can't it be both? The next part of our list is going to be those movies that I have either a lot of sequels or have been remade a lot of times. The first one being Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the original cartoon version. That's going to be a Christmas movie for sure. Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the live action one with Jim Carrey. Again, also a Christmas movie. But I think Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, which came out fairly recently, is not a Christmas movie. Though Christmas, again, is featured very heavily in it, I just don't feel like it's a Christmas movie. When I see that trailer, for all I know, the Christmas is not even in it. Home Alone is the next big franchise, and the first Home Alone, obviously, Christmas movie, one of the best. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, is a subpar sequel, but still, obviously, a Christmas movie. Home Alone 3, for me, I can't remember any Christmas feels really from it. It's in the snow. And Christmas obviously doesn't mean anything to this family if they keep leaving their kid at home by himself all these times. Though I do think in the third one, he was sick, if I'm remembering right. Home Alone 4, Taking Back the House, even less so a Christmas movie in my book. And then Home Alone, The Holiday Heist, I'm going to say not really a Christmas movie either, even though holiday is in the title. But as bad as it is, Home Sweet Home Alone is definitely a Christmas movie. Now, The Santa Claus, starring Tim Allen, is also easily a Christmas movie, as is its sequel, The Santa Claus 2. But The Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause, I don't really think I'm going to call it a Christmas movie. It's more of like a time travel situation that Christmas is in the balance and at risk, but really, Christmas is at risk when Thanos showed up and the Avengers fought him. So, like, what's the difference? Does that make Avengers Endgame a Christmas movie just because Christmas was at risk? No. And so, with that sound logic, Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause, not a Christmas movie. But The Christmas Chronicles 1 and 2, easily going to call those Christmas movies. Kind of a subcategory here, we want to look at A Christmas Carol, what I think is probably the most remade Christmas story. And we're going to give a Christmas thumbs up to all of these, but I do just want to kind of list through them really quick. A Christmas Carol from 1938, A Christmas Carol from 1951, Mickey's Christmas Carol, Scrooged, which is my favorite out of all of these, though I know for a lot of people it's a little too weird and dark. The Muppet Christmas Carol, A Christmas Carol from 1999 with Patrick Stewart, Disney's A Christmas Carol, the mocap one with Jim Carrey, and then The Man Who Invented Christmas, though not A Christmas Carol itself, is about Charles Dickens and him coming up with a lot of the things that, kind of made Christmas what it is today. All of those movies are going to get that big seal of approval of Christmas movie. We're going to move into the romance section of the list. The Happiest Season, I think it came out last year. We're going to call that one a Christmas movie. While You Were Sleeping, it might not be a Christmas movie at your house, but at my house and growing up, it definitely was a Christmas movie. Love Actually, I don't think you can really argue. It's definitely a Christmas movie. And though The Holiday is called The Holiday, you got to remember it's not like the American version of the word holiday. It's talking about going on vacation, and so not a Christmas movie. Family Stone might be actually about Christmas, but to me, I don't think about it that way, so I'm going to say not a Christmas movie. Feel free to fight me on that one. And you can fight me with The Princess Switch as well, because I don't really remember it at all, and I can't remember how important Christmas was to the story. Though it is important for The Night Before Christmas, which also stars Vanessa Hudgens, and A Christmas Prince. And so both of those will get the Christmas mark. Next up, we're going to talk some comedies that are based in that Christmas season. A Very Murray Christmas, which was a Christmas special starring Bill Murray that Netflix put out a couple years ago. We're going to give that one Christmas for sure. Though Trading Places might happen during Christmas and does have, I guess, some iconic Christmas scenes. For me, it's not the first thing that pops into my head when I think about that movie, and so that one's not going to get that Christmas seal from me. Though The Night Before, undoubtedly, Christmas movie. As is A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas, because if that one isn't a Christmas movie, I'm going to be disappointed when I watch it. Bad Santa and Bad Santa 2 are also easily classified as Christmas movies, as is A Bad Mom's Christmas. And what a weird thing that sequel even exists. This next category of Christmas movies is kind of my favorite, and that is the Christmas horror movie. We're going to start off with Black Christmas, 1974. That one's going to get that Christmas seal of approval, as is Black Christmas, 2006, a more twisted, gross version of the 1974 movie, but still very, very Christmassy. But Black Christmas from 2019 is not going to get my Christmas go ahead. I just don't feel it. I just don't. It just doesn't work for me. But Santa's Sleigh, that one does. The movie where Santa is a killer, as is Silent Night, Deadly Night, the movie where somebody dresses up as Santa Claus and is a killer. But Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, kind of just a retelling of that first one. Not a Christmas movie, though it does have one of my favorite bad horror movie scenes in it, of all time.
Garbage Day!
Huh?
No!
Now, Krampus is a Christmas movie like 1,000,000%. It has that Christmas spirit in it more than any of these other horror movies do, for sure. Though it's not alone, with rare exports of Christmas Tale really kind of hitting home a lot of those Christmas things as well. Gingerbread Man is not going to be a Christmas movie for me. Just because it has a gingerbread man in it does not mean that it is a Christmas movie. Same's going to go for Jack Frost, this one about a killer snowman, not Michael Keaton. Just because your killer is snow-based does not necessarily mean that your movie is Christmassy. Better Watch Out, we'll give that a Christmas seal of approval, and we will for a Christmas horror story as well. One really kind of weird Christmas horror movie that we stumbled upon a couple of years ago. That movie is kind of a fever dream. And then finally, we're going to get to the movies that people actually argue about whether or not they are Christmas movies. And we're going to start off with the big one, Die Hard itself. For me, Die Hard is a Christmas movie, right? It's got tons of iconic imagery for Christmas, and it's been so inspirational that it has created this whole discussion on what really is a Christmas movie. Got good Christmas music, and at the end of the movie, our hero has grown to become a better person. What else could you look for in a Christmas movie? Die Hard 2, we're going to give that a Christmas seal of approval as well, because it has snow and an airport, and traveling and Christmas go hand in hand. We'll talk some Tim Burton with Batman Returns. For me, this is for sure a Christmas movie. You got mistletoe featured heavily, Christmas shopping, they're lighting a Christmas tree, and the whole movie ends with Batman talking about peace on earth and goodwill towards men and women. So, very Christmas. Edward Scissorhands, another Tim Burton one, not so much for me. Again, you got Christmas imagery in there, but I just don't think that it's the essence of it. Lethal Weapon is not going to be a Christmas movie for me because, I forget that it takes place at Christmas every time I watch it, and am surprised by that. Though it is always a pleasant surprise. And as much as this might turn my family against me, I'm not going to give Iron Man 3 Christmas either. It doesn't really play into the whole thing at all. The first half of the movie, you don't even really feel like it's Christmas because they're in California, and so it's just all sunny. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, that's going to be a Christmas movie. It all kind of ties into the plot and everything. Reindeer Games, though, for me, it's just kind of like the title. Maybe no. I'm saying no. Tangerine and Carol are going to be some, more recent ones that we'll give the Christmas seal of approval to. And, we're going to stamp that on Eyes Wide Shut, too. Not conventional, not one you want to watch with your family, but, I guess their family is better by the end of it, or improved, at least. Christmas isn't always perfect. And then the last few I want to mention are just movies that I feel like people like to watch at Christmas, and that's fine, but that does not necessarily mean they are Christmas movies. So we're going to lump all the Harry Potter movies together and say, not Christmas. We're going to lump all the Lord of the Rings movies together and say, not Christmas. And we're going to put Frozen in there too and say, not a Christmas movie. And there you go. We have got through our list of 100 Christmas movies. Which one am I the most wrong about? That's what I want to know. Did I say one that you're like, no way that is a Christmas movie, or no way that's not a Christmas movie, you maniac? Let me know in the comments below. And then also, just don't forget, it doesn't matter what anybody else says. You can watch any movie you want whenever you want. If you want to watch Halloween on Christmas morning, go for it. No one's stopping you. Thanks for helping us get to 250 subscribers. We'll see you next week. Take care.